All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. Today we're talking about auto restarting or set up an auto restart for your Hive rigs. Every now and then, especially coming into summertime, I notice some of my rigs become unstable. It's not like any regular thing. It's just like once in a blue moon, sometimes a miner will stop hashing. If you have that problem, or if you're probably going to have that problem, you can set up the Watchdog. It's super simple. I've had a couple people ask about it, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a video. Because if people are asking, then people are wondering. But for all the OGs and the old jellyfish, the people that know what they're doing, this is not the video for you. But I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Now, for all the new guys or the people that are wondering how to set up the Watchdog, the first thing you'll need is to be logged into your Hive account. So let me show you right here. Okay, so this rig right here is mining nonstop, good to go. And then all of a sudden it didn't go offline, but my cards just stopped hashing. Don't know why. It wasn't overheating. It wasn't like, I don't know. It just didn't. So then I go up here and I click on reboot, and then the rig comes back to life. Everything's hunky dory. Weird, right? It does this maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't catch it normally because of like all this time I was at work. So when I get home, I lose out on potentially hours of mining. Now, what you can do is go up to here and click on the hash rate watchdog. You'll want to find what your average hash rate is. Mine is right at 87.52 to 51. That's really important because you're going to click on hash rate watchdog. You're going to set the miner to restart, like the actual software miner to restart after 3 minutes. I typically like to set my reboot rig after 10 minutes. Right there. And then I leave all this blank and I go straight down to set values for used miners. So we're using NB miner and we have it at the 87.51, 87.51, and that is set onto mega hash. Make sure that's set on the mega hash, and we can hit apply. That'll apply. Once it does, I'll restart it and make sure my watchdog is actually loaded in there. Righty. Okay, so there it is. We have our NV miner set for 87.51, and now if they drop off, it should reboot the actual rig. This isn't something that I typically use very often because most of my rigs literally never have any issues, but I know you guys are out there and you guys do have some of them, just those pesky rigs that for some reason they don't like to cooperate. You can base it off of other values. So you can base it off of the load average of the CPU. You can base it off of power minimum and maximum for watts. Reboot if GPU goes offline. Don't reboot if the internet is lost. So all kinds of different stuff. But for me, I just set it on hash rate because when the hash rate dips down, it needs to reboot. And yeah, that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have an update. Interesting. Haha. With that being said, I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. If you have any other useful tips and tricks that you guys use to keep your rigs more stable, I'd appreciate it if you drop it down in the comments below. And yeah, it's coming into summertime over here in the U.S. I know you guys like down under and stuff. Y'all are on basically a different world. But yeah, this is the time where mining becomes, I'm not going to say harder, but definitely more difficult because temperatures play a huge role in not only stability, but longevity of GPUs. So you keep those babies cool. If you're good to them, they'll be good to you. But if you're getting them sweating and they're overheating, it definitely will shorten their lifespans or potentially kill them sooner. Or just give you a nightmare of like reboots and all kinds of like not fun stuff like that. So for tonight. I'm keeping it short and sweet. Managed to do this in right at about 5 minutes. So hopefully you guys like these short little tips. Other than that, I am out, and I'll see you on the next one. Adios.